I knew I was a girl from the jump. Of course, at that time, the only trans representation on TV was as trans people played by cis men, as sex workers, drug addicts, murder victims, which is really scary stuff.
The CW's Supergirl is breaking barriers. 20-year-old transgender actress and activist Nicole Maines will be playing TV's first trans superhero. Throughout the season, her character will transform to a superhero who sees the future in her dreams. We are going to meet up with Nicole Maines, who has been cast as TV's first transgender superhero, which is very, very exciting for me because when I was growing up, we did not have any good or positive representations of trans girls. So I'm thinking all about all the young trans girls who get to look up to a superhero. You kind of made history in a huge way. What went through your mind when the weight of that sort of hit you?
You know, it's still very unreal. It's very strange. Having been just a fan of superheroes and of just superhero television shows and movies all my life, being a part of that is very strange and very unreal. It was a little scary because I was like, I got a lot riding on this.
Hollywood has a troubled history when it comes to properly representing trans individuals. Cisgender actors are frequently cast to play trans characters and even rewarded for it, like Eddie Redmayne in The Danish Girl and Jared Leto in Dallas Buyers Club. Maines says growing up, her family struggled to understand her identity because there wasn't enough representation.
The only trans representation on TV was as trans people played by cis men, as sex workers, drug addicts, murder victims.
According to data collected by GLAAD, which has been cataloging the appearance of trans characters on television, since 2002, trans people are commonly portrayed as either victims or villains. In 61% of episodes, anti-transgender slurs, language, and dialogue were present. Maines has been an outspoken activist and even landed roles in Royal Pains and featured in HBO's The Trans List. Last year, she heard of an open casting call the CW put out for a trans woman. And do you ever feel like you have the weight of the trans community on your shoulders, like you are being catapulted to the position of a spokesperson?
You know, I think while I have been elevated to a kind of spokesperson, I don't feel that there's this overwhelming, crushing weight to represent all trans people because, especially in the past couple years, we've had so much representation be created and emerge for the community.
There are unfortunately going to be parents who tell their kids that they shouldn't be allowed to watch this show because there's a trans character and it goes against their values. What is your message to those parents?
She's a person. She has a character arc outside of her gender. She's not, you know, she's not like an agenda being pushed. She is a real person.
And for kids now, trans kids who might be struggling with their identities, what do you think your role is going to do for them?
I hope seeing her will give them the sense that, you know, I really can be anything that I want to be. And it'd be that, you know, giving them the strength to pursue their gender identity or, you know, just, you know, pursue an occupation or a goal. Being able to see yourself as a superhero is really kind of, that's where the goalposts are. Like, if I could be a superhero, I could be anything.
How do you think having a trans superhero will change societal attitudes about transgender people? Let us know what you think in the comments below.